Pick Georgia, Alabama. Come on, it's Georgia.
The NHL on ESPN. Home to the Stanley Cup.
Tonight in Boston, Kirill Kaprizov, number 7 in the National Hockey League in scoring, leads the Minnesota Wild, along with Matt Boldy, who grew up coming to Beanpot games here at TD Garden, went to Boston College, now makes his NHL debut tonight in Boston as the Wild are here in Beantown to take on the Bruins. It is hockey night on ESPN, a grown man's league, but excited to watch these men play a kid's game.
Okay, team, now listen up. Legends are made every day, and you could be one of the greats. But those dreams just don't come to you. You have to earn it. This is a hockey town where kids breathe the game from their very first breath. You learn to work hard, to play hard. Yay, I scored, Daddy! You fell on the ice, and you got back up again. Did so many puck handling drills, thought your arms the ball off. And now you're men who've overcome obstacles to have the honor of representing this town in the NHL.
Fires, he scores! That was a thing of beauty.
So go out there and do what it takes to get the W. Let's go, boys!
Coach Cal has us set to drop the puck as we welcome you to the Verizon pregame. It is hockey night on ESPN. The Wild and Bruins here in Boston. Bob Wischusen here with Brian Boucher. AJ Malesko down at the red line. She'll join us in just a moment. Coach Cal might want to give that pregame speech in the Wild locker room, right? They need to get fired up. They need a win. It's been a while since they got one.
Yeah, this Minnesota Wild team, let's face it, this is not the same team that we saw a month and a half ago. They were embarrassed at the Winter Classic. They've had some injuries. There's no doubt they've got some illness. Their schedule has been erratic. But to me, those are all excuses. Right now, this team needs a spark. So how do you get a spark? Sometimes it comes from within the room. Sometimes it comes from making a drastic move by calling up some prized possessions in the minors. And for Bill Guerin and his club, it's about bringing up Marco Rossi, a guy that has scored and produced points at every level, and Matt Boldy, a guy that can score and played very well in his 2 years at Boston College. They're going to get an opportunity not only to just take a shift, they're going to get an opportunity to play power play minutes, have an impact offensively, and hopefully provide a spark for this Minnesota Wild team.
And AJ, the top players for Boston, they have produced, but they're starting to get more production from the guys on lines 2 and 3 as well.
Well, and that was the big thing that this team needed coming into that COVID pause in December. They needed secondary scoring. The 3 big guns, the perfection line as they're known, they're no secret. And you can look at their numbers, but David Pastrnak, he didn't score a goal in the calendar month of December. So Bruce Cassidy, we talked to him this morning, and he said it's always about the next game. How do we generate that secondary scoring? It's amazing. You look at it, 3 games in 4 days to start 2022. They had 14 goals, all 5-on-5, and they had 13 different scorers, not all from the top line. So it certainly worked what Bruce Cassidy is trying to do. I will say, I won't be surprised if that line gets back together at some point.
Well, one of the great traditions of the National Hockey League. You make your debut, you take the ice first, and do that rookie lap all by yourselves. The rookies will make their debut for the Wild when we come back to Boston.